The following review is going to be on the new Transformers Legacy Voyager Bulkhead. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're doing our first Voyager Legacy figure, and it is Autobot Bulkhead. It's Prime Universe Bulkhead. It is a Legacy Transformers. It is Voyager class. You got the Transformers logo. Generations Takara Tomy. Now we're going to show off the side art. There is Bulkhead in his robot mode. And then over here you got the new art. You got Blaster, Bulkhead, Hot Rod, and RC. You got the Earth right there. Transformers Legacy. And on the back it is Prime Universe Bulkhead. 30 steps. It even comes with cool, it's got the little decoder too. We don't know what that is, but we'll hit that with a QRC. There is the UPC. Now let's get this guy open and see how cool he is. And now that we have Bulkhead out of the package, first we're going to take a look at the QR code on the box. Now this is something new to the Legacy. So what we're going to do is show you how to do QR code on the box. There it goes. And then we're going to load it up. And there is Bulkhead with some little graphics. He's moving his arms. Can you see that? Yeah. Pretty neat. And it says, when you scroll up, Bulkhead Autobot, alternate mode Army Van, function heavy munitions, special unit Team Prime, origin universe Prime, signature weapon Energon Gatling Blaster, rapidly fires rounds of Energon blasts. Bulkhead may be a gentle giant most of the time, but this wrecker is always ready to kick some tailpipe. Skills: strength is a 9, intelligence a 3, speed's a 4, and firepower is an 8. And there is Bulkhead. Pretty cool. At least they're trying something new. Now every one of these figures has this blue Energon gimmick. So here is his blue Energon see-through weapon. I guess this would be the Gatling gun. And then he's got his wrecking ball. See, now originally, Bulkhead started in Transformers Animated as a new figure, and they brought him over to the Transformers Prime TV show, and they kept almost the same form, which is pretty rare. So that's how Bulkhead started. Then we're going to look at the instruction booklet. Prime Universe Bulkhead, actually is animated originally, but this is Prime Universe Bulkhead. Now, you got the back and the two weapons. The back goes on his, this piece right here. Could be a shield or goes on his back. And then you've got, this shows you how you can put the weapon on like a shoulder blaster. And the ball opens up and it goes on his arm. And then you can also use this back piece as a shield. And then you've got the shield connected to the ball. And that's him all armored up. And then you got the instructions how to transform him. And it also tells you can store all the weapons in the back. So that's pretty cool for Bulkhead. Now that we looked at all of the weapons, well, let's look at this thing first. Okay, he's got a 5mm port here, which you could pull out, I guess, when you want to put it inside the gun. And this is just, it looks like a tarp almost to cover the back of the vehicle, and it's all detailed right there. You got a lot of detailing, some paneling. Different on both sides. And then the ball opens up. So the original Bulkhead only had one hand and he had a ball on his arm. So like I said, you can put the gun there. You can put this gun in his hand. Now this will fit using this peg right there in the back here. Now you don't have to take this off to transform them. You can keep it on or take it off. Now, notice he does have he's got 8 wheels. These are fake wheels because the old original Bulkhead had the wheels in the back. And then you use this peg if you want to use the shield this way. So there's Bulkhead with this big bulky shield like that. So he's ready to go into battle. Now, let's get up close to him. There is the very, very accurate face. He's got the big grumpy mouth. He's got the blue eyes. He's got the top of the truck, or the front of the truck has a chest. He's got the Autobot symbol. Now, this looks like it would be so easy and basic to transform, but he's actually more complicated than he seems. Let's see. You got, gray on the arm. You got some cool paneling. You got some gray, you got some green, you got some black, you got blue. He's got a gray waist, he's got the gray or silver legs, and he's got knees. He's got these 4 wheels here. Now notice again, they've got 5mm ports, 5mm ports, 5mm ports. So going back to the old prior War for Cybertron, which you had the modulators, the fossilizers, and the weaponizers, you can combine them all. So I still hope they keep doing the 5mm pegs. All right, and then you go down the foot. Now this screen's a little different from that. And then you turn, not much of a backpack. He's just got this area right here. And if you want to put this on like this, you can close it like that. For a more closed look, you can make it out like that, and you can even push him back here so it's more streamlined. But from the side, he does have a bigger backpack. And you go in the back, you can see all the detailing here, all the gray. That looks like a gunmetal gray, and this is more of a silver. You got the green, you got the army green right there. So he's pretty cool. Now for articulation, let's see his head. Well, if he didn't have a big enough chin, he could have gone all the way back. You got some up and down movement. Let's see, if you move this, the arm does a 360 degrees. He's got more than 90 bend at the elbow. He's got upper bicep rotation. And, he actually has his hands rotate, which is very rare for figures nowadays, but this is a Voyager, so you'd expect it to have that. Oh, and he can go out the side like that. So the other hand is the same way. My joints are pretty tight, so that's good. You got a hand like that. You got the elbow, rotation. You've got waist. Yep, at the bottom of the waist is 360 degrees, rotation. Another hand turns around. Pretty good. Now the foot goes out to the split. He goes up 90. He goes back more than 90. And you got some rotation up here at the hip. And then you've got more than 90 at the knee and ankle tiltage. And these go up and down. So very posable. I like the ankle tiltage if you want to get a pose like that. Most of the newer figures does have ankle tiltage. And there is Bulkhead. So he's a pretty cool figure. Now let's do some robot to robot comparisons. First comparisons we're going to do his fellow Legacy Wave 1 figures. Now Bulkhead is a Voyager, so this is Deluxe RC. And then we're going to bring in Deluxe Skids from G1. RC is also from Transformers Prime. And then we're going to bring in this guy. This is Hound from the Movieverse. And I just noticed he looks so much similar. I figured I'd put these guys side by side. When they're in vehicle modes, you'll see how similar they are. But they're about the same size, both Voyagers. And since Bulkhead originally was an animated figure, I thought I'd go back and bring out my animated Optimus, my animated Laserback. You know, when all the reviewers do the same thing, so this way, and here's animated Swoop. I try to do different comparisons, so my video is not like everybody else. And also, I'll mention this now. I do my reviews as they are packaged. This guy was packaged in robot mode, so I start in robot mode. Most reviewers only do vehicle mode to robot mode, which does you a disservice because it's a lot different going from one form to the other. It's not just, reverse the steps. It's a lot more than that. All right, and that is it for robot to robot comparisons. Now, to go from robot to vehicle, it's a lot easier than going from vehicle to robot because you got to have everything right back here or else you won't be able to close this. So, we'll show you when we get to it. Okay, first you want to do is bring the arms up. Then I like to untab them a little. And then we're going to lift this whole thing up. We're going to disconnect this. And then you're going to pull this out and put that one back in there. Now let's work on this. Okay, so we're going to take the head. Whoops. Take the head. And we're going to pop the head down. Now it's got a little black one. It's got a little space filler there. So you're just going to fill that in here. Now the problem is back here. You got to deal with the tires going up and down, this going up and down, and you have to have these a certain way for it to let you do it. So, while we're doing here, let's bring these arms together, and you'll see that they tab in, right, that, and then fold them all the way down as far as they can go, and you're just going to stick them in there, and it all clicks into place. And now the top is done. Oh, sorry. This, you want to pull this down, pull these out, and now the top's done. Now the bottom's easier. We'll start one leg, move the leg down, and bend at the knee. Open this up, pull this little piece out, rotate it, close it, close the foot, and you're done with one leg. So you do the other leg. Down, bend at the knee, open this up, pull this out. Actually, while we're here, there's going to be a slot right there that this tab's going to go into. So, as we rotate this around, close this back up, we're going to put these together, close the back of the feet up. Now we want to put this tab into that slot. So we're just going to find that little slot. Alright, and that side's pegged in, and this side's pegged in. Now what you're going to do is you got these two tabs there, and these two tabs here. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like that, tabbed in perfectly. That's tabbed in, that's tabbed in. See, this one's not tabbed in. It's a soft tab like that. Yep. And what you want to do on the back is you can leave this off. You saw mine popped out, so no big deal. Now, back here, what you can do is on this gun, it has a 5mm port right there. So you just want to stick it over this one. And here you got that middle peg there. Close this up. And put the tab in there. And then you could put this top back on. And you got a tab here and a slot there. You slot that in there. Slide that in there. And now he's in his vehicle mode. And it's a neat vehicle mode. It is a, well, I'd say it's like an army transport. This kind of looks like it's canvas, the way it looks like it's flowing in the wind. This looks like a wooden rack, something you'd see like in an old army movie, old Indiana Jones movie. And then you got the 6 wheels. Why they have the fake wheels there, I don't know. But we'll take a look at it. First, you got the blue windshield. You got the windshield wipers. You got the Autobot sign. You got some blue paint for the lights. It's black fender and a black winch, which is pretty neat. Then you got the side windows, you got black paneling here, you got some detail on the doors, you got the wheel, you got the big gas cap. Again, you got the little wooden rails, you got more tires. There's more 5mm holes, there's a peg there on the back. And not much you can do with the feet like that. Other side, you got all the same things. On the top, looks like you got a sunroof. Here's that peg that he can hold as a shield. You have another 5mm port there. You got that black space filler, which is pretty neat. And on the bottom, you can't really tell it's a robot anywhere. So they did a good job with this. And again, we can show you if you want to, weaponize them. You got one weapon there. We'll put a weapon there. And then, I don't know, well, we can hang this off the back. I'm just saying you got plenty of options. Alright, and that is it for vehicle mode. Like I said, he rolls pretty good. Now let's do some vehicle comparisons. Now, for our first vehicle comparison, we're going to bring in Skids. This is a deluxe from the new Legacy line also. And then we're going to bring in RC, our other deluxe from the Legacy line. And then we're going to bring in Hound from the last night. I thought these were very similar trucks. Now that I look at it, they're not too similar, but it did remind me of Hound from the last night. And then here is a Transformers Prime smokescreen. We're going to do the Transformers Prime laser brake. And we're going to bring in the entire cab of Rodimus Prime to show you there. So now this is a massive commander class, and that is the Voyager for the new Legacy line. And that is all for comparisons. Now we're going to transform him back. When you transform back, that is when you have to watch out for all this back stuff or he won't work right. Okay, first we're going to do is untab this. We'll just pull these up. And we'll just take everything out, put them to the side. And now this is what we got. So we're going to work on the feet first. So we're going to unpeg. Might as well just unpeg everything. Remember, you got those two tabs and these two tabs. Unpeg this. Unpeg this guy. Fold the feet down. You can separate them. And then you could open this. Rotate this. Put them in there. Close it. It opens outward in, put them in there, rotate it, snap it in, and then we'll put the wheels out. If say this other tire, this other foot is real hard to get out, so if you do this, and then we'll worry about it later. Okay, so now we got the bottom basically all done. Now for the top. Alright, let's disengage here. Now, we're going to start with the wheels first. You put the wheels together, and then you got to lift this up. Because this will allow the tires to move up. So what you want to do is pull this back. Separate the arms. Okay? And when you slide them up, let's see. So this is, alright, let's see what I can do. Alright, let's fold this up here. Well, let's work on pulling that out, and let's get the head out. Now is when you got to work on these arms. So, we'll collapse this again. And this will be a crotch piece like that. Now, if you come back here, what you got to do is you got to put the arms all the way up here. Alright, see, this is what I mean. Right, let me get this. Alright, so. See, it won't snap in. What you got to do, it won't snap in all the way. It's got to be right here. Okay, you got to put make sure this is all the way up, because if this is not up all the way up, now it snaps in. See, you got that blue thing snaps in there. So it all depends on, you have to move this up. These got to go all the way up, and these have to be right on there. And then you can just turn around. This tab goes into, there, we'll go on this side. There is a slot right there. Plug the arm in. Alright, we'll straighten the elbows out. I got very, very strong joints on this guy. And we can put this back on by this tab. Well, like I said before, you can either do, you can close them up like that. You can have wings out there. You can do this. And we'll show off that peg again. We'll pop this peg out like that. And you can either put it on his arm like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, protect his arm. I wonder if you can do it the other way too. Will this go the other way? Yep, this will go the other way. So it kind of looks like a little better. So he's got a shield on his arm. But he does, his chest is too big, so he really can't cross his arms though. But like I said, 5mm ports. And these wheels, these are the original Bulkhead had wheels back here. So they figured they'd throw these two wheels in, which are absolutely useless. And there you got this. You can split this open. Oops. These friction hinges are the worst. With the two little, where is it? Where you got the two little dots and the holes. Like that. Alright, so we'll put this back here. And that back there. And I guess we are done with Bulkhead. So, I want to thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for my channel. We do Transformers, we do DC, Marvel, movie unboxings, we do all that good stuff. If there's a link below to buy this at Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon or Entertainment Earth, feel free to do that. That helps my channel out a lot. And I know we're just transitioning from the War for Cybertron to the new Legacy, so I'll be putting out new videos, probably one every day for a couple days. I know we just did Skids. We got Bulkhead going up. We did the Studio Series Brawn, and I still have the RC to do. And still on the hunt for drag strip and kickback. So it's a busy time. Glad, because we've been in a funk for a while. Like I said, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, yada, 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 all that good stuff. All right, and so Rodimusbill saying welcome to Legacy. Rodimusbill out.